Eighth graders, this is to help you with question 8 on CR 29. It says study the functions. Function A is y equals 2x plus 7, and function B is given as a table of values. Compare function A and function B. Determine which function has the greater rate of change. Just so you know, rate of change just means slope. They just want to know which function has the greater slope. And which one has the greater y-intercept? All right. So function A, we can pull the slope and the y-intercept off pretty quickly. So our slope, if it's already in the form y equals mx plus b, we know the number right in front of the x is your slope. That's the coefficient of x will be your slope. And the constant that's added on is your y-intercept. So for function A, I already know my slope is 2 and my y-intercept is 7. So if they give you the equation for function A, you already know the slope is 2 and the y-intercept is 7. All right, so now let's figure it out for function B. For function B, if I want to determine the slope, I'll use my equation m equals y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So I got to get 2 points. I'll pick any 2 points. I'm going to pick -1, 5 as my x1, y1. And then I'll pick, well, I don't know, 210. I can pick any 2 points I want. I'll make 210 be my x2. My x2 is 2. And my y2 is 10. All right, so now I'll just plug in. M equals y2, which is 10, minus y1, which is 5, over x2, which is 2, minus, because of the equation, or the formula, and then so on the bottom I do x2, which is 2, minus x1, which is -1. Just be careful. So this is x2 was 2, minus, and then x1 was -1. Minus a negative becomes plus. So this becomes 10 minus 5 is 5. 2 plus 1 is 3. So that's 5/3. This slope up here was 2. I better rewrite this as a mixed number so that I can compare it. 3 goes into 5 once with 2 left over. So that's 1 2/3. Guess what? 1 2/3 is less than 2. So function A has a greater slope. And that's because the slope of function A is 2. 2 is bigger than 1 2/3. Let's check the y-intercept. So there's lots of ways to go about finding the y-intercept. I am going to now find the y-intercept for function B. Lot going on here. Let's hope that you watch the video, because to follow just my hard copy solutions might not always be easy. Y-intercept. So to find the y-intercept, I'm going to use y equals mx plus b. I know my m, I'm going to use it as 5/3. I know my m is 5/3. And I have an xy, I'm going to use 210. So I'm going to use 210 for my x, y. And I know my m is 5/3. So in place of y, I'm just going to pick this y. I'm going to put 10 equals. In place of m, I'll put 5/3 times. In place of x, I'll put 2 plus b. So that's 10 equals, oh gosh, that's 2 over 1. 5 times 2 is, that's 10/3 plus b. To get b by itself, I'll have to subtract 10/3 on each side. 10/3. So 10 minus 10/3 on your calculator. I'll tell you what, 10/3 is the same as 3 1/3. So I'm pretty sure the B here is 6 2/3. Use your calculator to support you. So the y-intercept for that looks like it's 6 2/3 if I am correct. I hope I'm correct. So 6 2/3. So function A has the greater y-intercept also. So function A has greater y-intercept. 7 is greater than 6 2/3. Something about this is bugging me, but I got to find a way to get over it. Let's hope I didn't make any mistakes here. Let's just see. 10 minus 5 is 5. 2 plus 1 is 3. All right, I agree with that. This doesn't appear to be linear, so I'm actually going to pretend that that point is not part of function B. I'm going to pretend those are the only points you're given on function B because I want it to be linear. And why am I not finding it to be linear? Function B had some issues, but I've cleared up those issues, and listen, you follow this process, you'll be good to go. Find the slope and y-intercept for function A, find the slope and y-intercept for function B, compare them. Problematic sometimes gives us cray-cray things. All right, I hope that helps.